We just saw Frozen 2, and we're going to give you a review full of spoilers.
So beware, because we're going into the unknown.
That's why you're annoying.
Welcome back to Eye Disney Through Our Eyes. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jessica.
And it's time for us to do another movie review. We're going to do Frozen 2, spoiler-filled.
Edition.
Be aware, do not watch past this point if you have not seen the film, because everything is fair game at this point. Jessica is the queen of spoiling things if you've ever been to one of our trivia nights, so you're pretty much on your own now.
Oh my gosh, I don't intentionally spoil anything.
But it's like you have this skill, like whereas Elsa's powers are pew pew snow and ice, you are pew pew spoil things for people. That's what you do.
Wow!
I'm just saying. That's just like your master skill.
You're so mean!
Hurtful? Truthful.
Not truthful. That's a lie.
All right, let's enough about your magical powers.
Okay.
Let's talk more about the magical powers that are within Frozen 2.
We need to do a 60-second review?
Yes, we should, because you are always entertaining. What are you doing with your phone over here?
I was going to set the timer.
I got my timer already. Who's got it first? Me? Are you ready? 60-second review of the plot from Jessica, starting.
No, I'm not ready. I gotta think about something.
No, you don't get time to think. Starting now.
Okay, so Anna and Elsa are learning more about their parents, and they realize that their parents went to this other place called something, and they went there, and there were all these people, and something happened in this other place where there's like this mist, and there's all these people, and they're trying to make friends, and then this thing comes down, and then everybody starts fighting each other, and it's really bad, but it ends up that the mom saves the dad, and she has to save him, but they don't know that, and so then something happens. And then Elsa gets powers. Then they have to go back to that place to figure out why Elsa has powers long after her parents have died. And so they go there, and then they can't get in, but then they can get in because Elsa has all these powers and she can get in the mist, and then they get in, and then there's these bad things, and there's like rock boulders and a salamander that spews fire, and there's all these like
15 seconds.
There's 4 little things, and Elsa's the 5th one, and there's powers, and things win, and something else happens, and then Kristoff proposes to Anna, and
5 seconds.
And Anna becomes Queen of Arendelle, and Elsa becomes queen of that other place, and that's it. I don't know.
That's probably one of your best ones ever, because there was so many. That place, this person, his name is something, her name is something. There was no specificity in that whatsoever.
Basically.
Are you out of breath at this point?
Yes! I was stressed! You didn't have to watch that if you haven't seen the movie. Like, you could have seen that and you'd still not know what happened in the movie.
Exactly. That is the entire point of the 60-second review with Jessica. Okay, just to watch you struggle and be out of breath at the end of that.
Here's what I do know.
What do you know about Frozen 2? Nothing.
Anna becomes Queen of Arendelle.
Oh, you're just going to jump right to the end there.
Elsa becomes Queen of...
Atalan. Hold on. We got it written down right here.
That's Ataholland.
Ataholland, yes.
No!
She does become Queen of Ataholland.
I thought Ataholland was that special place
she's the protector.
In the fjords.
The Enchanted Forest is where
Enchanted Forest.
She's the protector
That's the words
of
I
that.
forgot.
But she lives at Ataholland, the icy, wet place. You know, that's where.
Okay, you start and I'll add in my comments.
Let's come back here.
Oh, that was good.
I know. Let's just rewind for a bit and not really go to the end at the point of this.
Well, you asked what I knew.
By the way, if you forgot to stop watching this, if there were spoilers, it's over now. You kind of know how it ends. We announced
spoilers like 7 times.
I know. I'm just saying. Some people get daring, and anyway.
That's their own fault, not mine.
All right. So this story obviously continues from the original Frozen, and we're learning a little bit more about Elsa and her powers, but not just that. Her parents' backstory.
But why she has these powers?
I don't necessarily agree that we find out why she has the powers specifically.
Yes, we kind of did.
It's very vague in how they explain it, if I'm being honest.
It is, which is why I was a little confused. But basically, her mom saved her dad.
Yes.
And then they put the misty thing.
The misty thing.
Over the Enchanted Forest.
Who's they put the misty thing?
I'm not sure.
I see. There's a lot of this happened, but it doesn't explain exactly why this happened. It just alludes to why.
So there are 4 powers.
4 powers. What?
Remember the powers?
The 4 spirits.
Spirits.
Yes.
Yes, not powers.
There's the spirit of fire,
wind,
water,
earth.
There you go. And then there's the 5th one, as we find out, is
Elsa, which makes absolute. I guess she's the power of ice.
It's not that she's the power of ice, is that her powers come from nature, and she is basically like the
But you can't be earth, wind, fire, and
wind. Earth, wind,
Earth.
fire, and water. Yeah. It's like Captain
So you
Planet.
couldn't be Earth.
Earth! Wind!
That's what I'm saying.
Fire! Heart! She's the heart. I just figured it out. The connection between Captain Planet and Frozen 2 is Elsa is heart. She's whatever his name was from Captain Planet. I just
Never
figured it
seen
out.
that.
Mind blown. End of review now. All right. Let's talk about... Come back here. Let's talk about the backstory of... We learned that the parents died not how we think they died.
Right, so we thought they died in a shipwreck.
Well, they did die in the shipwreck.
But not where we thought they died in the shipwreck. Because we thought they died in the Dark Sea,
No, the South Sea is where they were supposedly
But then
capsized.
they found the ship.
In the Dark Sea, which is up north.
Which
not
was
south.
Creepy. And then Anna and Elsa go on the ship that their parents died on.
Yeah.
Which was also creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that I could do that. But at the same time, what if they found their bones?
That I actually was thinking that
See,
throughout the
me
entire
too. I was
movie.
like, oh my gosh, you're going to find their bodies. It's going to be decomposed. This is nasty.
Is it any better that she did the little magical power things with the water that has memory and form their last image of themselves? I mean, to me, that's
way better.
That's just as haunting.
Do you know how bad a 6-year-old body stinks?
At that point, I would think it would be frozen pretty much, and it wouldn't be smelling that bad. I'm just saying.
No.
Anyway, you talk about that movie getting dark. We're getting dark right here. But we find out it was not necessarily a lie, but everyone thought differently of how they passed away.
Yeah.
And we find out the reason, and a lot of people suspected this, is that the reason they left on that journey in the first one was to find out why Elsa has her powers and maybe how to help her control them. Which,
honestly, I think any parent would probably do this because if you think you have one normal child, Anna, who doesn't have powers, and
I don't
Elsa,
think Anna is normal. I think Elsa's more normal.
Well, I'm just saying, Elsa, she's 8 years old.
Anna's a little crazy, especially in this one.
Okay, she's super crazy, but would you rather have normal crazy or somebody that can turn you into an ice cube crazy?
I'd rather have Ice Cube crazy because at least I'm frozen, then I don't have to deal with your crazy mess anymore.
Okay.
There were moments where Anna was freaking out in this one, and I was like, it's this one right over here. You guys are cut from the same cloth. What do you mean? Why are you saying that I'm a loner? Or are you saying that I'm a terrible person? Are you saying you don't want to be with me? What's going on here? Literally, we've had those moments where that's happened. You know we have.
Just because Anna and I spiral into crazy town at the same time doesn't mean that you're not like Kristoff.
So, hear me out, Elsa and Elsa fans out there. I am more on the Elsa team than I am on the Anna. I love Anna, but
I'm your wife.
At least
so you're saying that you wouldn't
the
marry
devil
me
you
again?
know is better than the devil you don't know.
So then you should be on Team Anna if you're saying that I'm Anna and I'm the devil.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just...
You heard this. This is all on camera.
This has spiraled out of control into the unknown, so bring it back here.
Stop saying into the unknown or else we're really going to have crazy town.
All right, how about this?
Okay.
Let's talk about this. I feel like they delve a lot into the Scandinavian culture in this one. And a lot we don't know about. I actually kind of want to go do some research now about my heritage, because I have Scandinavian in me.
I'm so glad that a Disney movie caused you to want to do research.
Okay, look, no, I'm just talking about, obviously, out of Holland, it's a very Scandinavian name that you hear, like Valhalla and all that kind of stuff that happens, like Viking culture and things like that. I wonder if the Northuldra people are actually based on something in real life, like in the Enchanted Forest tale.
Well,
the whole the spirit stuff. Is this all stuff that they drew out of Norwegian
actual culture
and then took and make a Disney spin on it? Because usually that's what happens with this. So now I'm kind of intrigued by that. So Disney just finds ways to educate you. Edutainment, education.
I know.
All the good stuff.
But if you say it that way, you sound uneducated, so...
All right, what else do you want to talk about?
Okay, let's talk about Olaf.
Okay.
Because Olaf had 2 really great moments. To me, Olaf was better in this movie than he was in the first one.
I don't know, because the line from the first one is, that it's worth melting for. That's look, I know, but come on, if that doesn't hit you in your heart, you are like an ice cold heart.
That's why I'm saying I'm Elsa. I'm a little frozen, but
you were like the worst parts of Anna and Elsa. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm serious. I'm kidding.
I don't think you are anymore. You said nothing kind about me.
I love this girl, and she is amazing. The fact that she goes to so many Disney movies with me is awesome. All right, so Olaf, why did you love him so much?
So Olaf had 2 monologues within the movie that were fantastic.
They were awesome.
He was just I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was so funny. He was mimicking his his friends, and then
Acting
he's telling a
out
story. Yeah.
I think that was an amazing thing. The moment where it's just like from the Hollywood studios, Frozen sing-along show where it's like, they died. Instead of like shocked, he just like ends up in a corner all downtrodden. They died. And then there's another one. This kind of moves on to the post-credits scene. He does another one, explains this story to the giant snowman and all the Snow G guys from the Frozen Ever After short. And he does the same thing, and you do the line, they died.
Wasn't it? They died. I died.
And Anna cried.
Oh, that's right. And Anna cried.
It was awesome.
It was really funny. And we were the only people in the theater that stayed and watched the final ending thing. Post-credit scene.
Which she was super embarrassed about. See, I told you.
It was mortifying because they kept trying to come in and clean the theater. And I was like, oh, let's just go.
It was their fault because they started the thing like 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
And so they were like trying to hurry up and clean it up for the next one. But hey, there it is. Olaf steals the show again in this one.
Olaf was really funny. He also had a very inappropriate comment.
We're not going to talk about that. This is,
No, I'm just going to say, if you go see the movie or if you've already seen it, I hope you caught it. It was at the end of the movie.
I lost my mind when I heard it because it was for real. Let's talk about this. The love story in this is obviously Anna and Kristoff, and we want to see where their relationship goes. And boy, what a journey that one was. If the journey of going to the unknown wasn't.
So if this isn't you, I've never seen somebody more you. So Kristoff, obviously, he has the ring. He's ready to propose. He has no plan. He keeps trying to come up with a plan, and his plans just keep getting foiled. So he just keeps delaying it and delaying it and delaying it.
Trying to make it perfect. All those moments,
Yeah, and then finally he proposes and everything's great.
Yes. And, Anna did like the most stereotypic, like, yes type
that
of
was
thing.
very dramatic. I was like,
but
that's
it was
not
like
how Anna would react at all.
But Anna's a very emotional and just very,
is.
like, responsive person. Like, not even dramatic. Just, like, she's very, like, reactive. And I think that is true to her character. It doesn't take any away from her being stereotypical with her response. It just, like, means that is true to who Anna is. Elsa, I could see her being like, that's such an honor because she's so proper and stuff if she was getting married.
What if you'd asked me to marry you? And I was like, that's an honor.
That is an honor. I would have been like, oh, I don't know if I want this now.
I don't know who you are anymore.
I don't know who you are at this moment. Okay. But that was the funny part of it, and it was good to see their story come full circle, especially at the end of this thing.
Right.
So the big question is now, is he king? It's a great question. Because can you be a king in Arendelle if you don't come from royalty?
I have no idea. I don't understand their royalty. So.
Because remember, like in England, my British friends, I'm sorry if we're butchering this, but the Queen Elizabeth is not, her husband is not a king.
He's prince.
So is he now a prince?
I would assume so.
How does this, I'm kind of
I don't know.
Kind of interested
Well,
in all
but
this
think,
stuff.
when like William and Kate, she's Princess Kate. Right?
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, we're not worried about that right now. Let's move along because we got a couple things to cover. So we can get out of here.
Hit me.
The dark part of this is that technically, in the truest sense, Elsa and Olaf die in this one.
Technically, yes.
I mean...
And Arendelle should have been annihilated.
Now that one...
Should have been put underwater. That was kind of dark too.
But I mean, I could see that happening just like in the other one where everybody was going to be frozen to death by the impending cold. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the simple fact that, they actually died in this one. We see Anna in the first one's frozen, but for Olaf to disappear.
Olaf, I told Kyle, pretty sure they took that from the Avengers because I think he got hit in the snap.
Oh man, when she said that, I lost it. And it was like the most inappropriate part to laugh in. And I was like, oh gosh, she's so right about this.
But I was because he just goes.
How's he go again? It wasn't that quick, but it was.
Yeah.
So he dies, she dies, obviously doesn't last when she is brought back to life by Anna.
But Anna thinks it's real.
It does. And, she has to really deal with that and still right the old wrongs of the past of her grandfather being the reason that the dam was built. The conflict happened between the Northuldrans and all of them.
Yep.
Speaking on the Northuldrans.
Northuldrans,
whatever their name is. I liked that they tried to squeeze this in here, but I felt at times it was kind of like a little too squeezed in.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what was happening with them. Like,
it
felt like the movie didn't have enough backstory on them.
Yeah.
I was just a little confused. I needed a little more.
It was just an interesting thing, which I think if we went and researched Norwegian culture, we'd probably find out a little bit more significance about what that actually is. Just something tells me about that. That's what it is. But the ending, obviously, Elsa and Olaf are alive. Elsa is the queen of Atalan, Atola, that word, the Iceland, and she
Hang on, now you're gonna make. I had it.
Atola.
No, shh. Holland.
Holland, and she's the protector of the Enchanted Forest. She stays back there to live with them. Anna becomes queen. Kristoff becomes whatever he is, and
husband of the queen.
Husband of the queen, and then it's like a happily ever after. They are separated now, but still
they're both
connected,
queens.
and they are the bridge between two different communities.
And there is no bridge because that was annihilated.
And they all live happily ever after.
And there's probably not a third. That's
the big question now. Should there be a third? Let's answer that real
Nope.
quick. Why?
Nope.
So you
honestly,
don't think...
let
You can say that again.
me just say, I'm not a big fan of sequels. I think you need to leave well enough alone and don't have a sequel because sequels typically ruin things.
I disagree.
This one, I don't think it did. This one, I think it truly added to it. But think about a lot of the sequels. Let's go old school. Think about Lion King 2. Do you really remember the plot?
Yes, that was an amazing. He is not one of us. We are one. Those songs, come on. I will get up in arms about that.
Not near as good as the first one.
I don't think
about The Little Mermaid 2.
That one I don't know.
Beauty and the Beast 2.
I don't think that they're going to make us a third one to this because they've even said something to that effect that said, hey, after these movies come out, we're probably not making any more sequels.
And let's be honest, they have done like marketing, like products real hard on this one.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
So.
But do they have to after the success of the first one? Anyway, we'd love to hear from you if you think they should make a third one or not. You can add that into the comments down below. Any other general thoughts about Frozen 2?
Olaf is the bomb.
Olaf is the bomb. He wins it again. The music's awesome.
Yep.
The story was really good.
Yep.
It's a great way to start ending the year with all these Disney movies.
That's actually true.
It could have
really enjoyed it.
Bombed as a sequel.
I was afraid it was going to bomb, but it did not.
It really fulfilled us, and if you want to see some more thoughts about how we rate the film and things we really like about it in terms of reasons to go see it, check out the non-spoilers review. And also make sure you check out our updated rankings for Disney movies of 2019. But from what we want to know about you now, in the comments section, make sure you talk about spoiler-filled thoughts, reactions to Frozen 2 down there below, and make sure you vote in our poll as well. What else should they do?
Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos.
And that's all we have for you in this edition of Eye to Eye. But until we assemble again,
may the Force be with you.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
All it is.
I got it.
Okay. Kyle.
2 videos in a row. You've gone Kyle.
Kyle.
It's annoying.
Kyle.